House to Home, presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
I gotta tell you, my friends, I am the luckiest man in showbiz because I get to spend every Tuesday night with two supermodels, Liz and Gina, who just happen to be really good real estate professionals. Half a day, ladies.
Half a day.
Half a day, Jason.
Looking amazing as always. So thank you for joining me, and we are going to talk tonight about something that I'm sure has crossed people's minds, but it's pretty complicated. Property warranties. Does that even exist? Because buying a house, as we have educated everybody over the last few years and everything like that, you can liken it to a car purchase or some other type of loan or something like that, but it's far more complex and far more valuable.
That's right. Well, for Guam, there is a law as far as warranties. So, for example, if you build a home and the developer sells it to you, the construction, of course, has to be warranted. They're warranting that the construction and the quality of the materials are of good quality. So if anything goes wrong, for example, if there's a structural issue, then that would be part of the warranty. So there are items that are covered under the warranty. Guam law states that your warranty is good for 18 months by Guam law. So not, when you buy a new home, these are things that you have to know. And there are other factors involved regarding the warranties as well.
And Gina, does this include, I would assume, typical wear and tear of like materials while the house is being built? So say like if I have a bunch of hollow blocks being brought in and stacked up against my house, if there's a typhoon, if something falls against it, is that covered, or do I bear the cost of having to replace those?
So the home warranty law is applicable to the construction, the materials of the property. But if there are, and it's specific in the law, it says if there's been natural occurrences, typhoon, earthquakes, that if those acts of God occur, that there are parts of the warranty law that may no longer apply because of the natural occurrence. So no, if there's a typhoon and the house is damaged, then at that point you really should be looking to your insurance company to cover the losses, because it's no longer covered in the home warranty law. But the home warranty law is just to protect consumers for a period of 18 months on defects to what was built for them.
And I guess that's an important distinction to be made, because at that point when the house is being owned, it is insured from that point on.
Yes, I mean, whether you get a loan or whether you paid cash, you really should insure your property hazard insurance. So yeah, I mean, if there's an earthquake or a typhoon, yes, you're right. At that point, you should distinguish what caused the damage. If it was the natural event, then go to your insurance company. But we were trying to educate everybody about how the warranty law is applicable to the homeowner after they close the deal with the contractor or the developer. Okay,
and is this fairly standard, like Liz, and like in terms of like the contracts and everything like that? Is there a clause that always says like warranties inclusive, and then you have a bunch of legal stuff that I could never hope to understand?
It's by law, but in the purchase agreement we normally reflected that by law that the developer does give an 18-month warranty. One example is they warrant as well that within the 5-year period that the property doesn't flood. So if a developer builds a home in a flood zone, that is factored in. It shouldn't be the case. There have been cases where the developer was sued because the home flooded. So that's one of the items in the warranty, that within a period of 5 years that it shouldn't flood,
Does this include not only structural things, but also, let's say, like functional things? Like, like if somebody builds me a fireplace, like run by gas, not necessarily like a natural one, like one of those fake fireplaces and everything like that. I try it out. It's either shooting too strong or not strong enough and everything like that. Would that be covered under the warranty?
Well, fireplaces aren't the typical thing that's covered here.
Yeah, so, I'm the kind of dork that would actually ask for something like that on Guam when it's already 97 degrees.
So for example, again, as I brought up, it's the quality of the materials. So if the concrete cracks for some reason, now there is a difference. By the way, we're not engineers, we're not contractors, but usually if we've seen it happen where they've plastered and the plastering cracked quite a bit. So there was something wrong with the way it was done. that should be covered. Now, regular structural features, what is it? Sometimes we see some cracks. It's normally like wear and tear, but if you see plastering that it's cracked all over, then there's got to be some issue with that. And then the contractor will come back and redo the work.
Now, just to make sure, if I as the homeowner, I can go in and, you know, let's say the phrase goes, you know, I can kick the tires on, like, if this was an automobile. I go in and I take a look at my home. Okay, there's a nice coat of paint on it. The walls look okay and everything like that. But can I bring in a certified professional, to just someone with more experience in structural integrity and, you know, materials handling and everything, to just say, okay, you know, this is a well-built house. There's nothing wrong with it and everything. Because certainly I'm not educated to do that kind of thing.
Well, you absolutely can do that. And if so, the home warranty.
And that's covered under the warranty.
No, the inspection itself, for your ability to hire an independent person to come and look at it in your behalf and tell you, kick the bucket and see if everything's okay, that is at your cost.
I'll kick the tires, hopefully not kick the bucket.
Kick the tires. Yeah. You're right. That's it. But the developer or contractor, they're not going to pay for that part of the inspection, but you're open to hiring somebody. And I want to point out that if you're getting a mortgage from a bank, the bank's already hired somebody to watch the construction. But say you're not, you can hire an independent company to come and do that inspection for you. So yeah, absolutely, you can hire a professional to come and look at it. But the key here is that warranty period is for 18 months. For 18 months, and the law is very clear. So let's say you do the inspection on month 1, you have 18 months to go. So if something occurs during that 18-month that is covered in the language of the law, then you could still, whether you do the inspection month 1 or you do the inspection on month 15, you still have the right to go back to the developer/contractor. And we make a distinguishing, you know, we say developer or contractor because sometimes the law is, it has specific language. It says, if you bought the house from a developer, and it further defines, well, who's a developer? A developer is somebody who built the house for the purpose of selling it. Sometimes the developer is not the same as the contractor. And so the law says, listen, you either get your warranty from the developer, the person who sold you the house, and they built the house for the purpose of selling it, or you get your warranty from the contractor. And so you see, this is complicated, yeah?
Well, and that is particularly why folks like you make sure that there is a very definite distinction between a house and a home, which is why we named that segment precisely that. So ladies, thank you very much. We got to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you for watching, everybody. That is our show. We will see you next time. Good night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.